Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to episode 3 of Return to Grace. Last time out, we got the oxygen up and running, did a bit of yoga in the garden, and we got the pod released by flying up and freezing the ice. So what's left now is to go to the pod.
I will be able to obtain structure schematics once we reach the next level.
You think we'll see any dead bodies?
Hope so.
Bit weird to want to see dead bodies, but to each their own.
Do you know if the pod system has stops along the way?
It does not. We are arriving at the track terminus now.
Oh. Some more plants.
This looks like a settlement. Can't believe how well preserved it is.
You think people could be alive in there?
You should really consider thinking before you speak. And then consider not speaking.
Bit cold,
Logic.
nice, eh?
As long as life support is functional, it's not entirely impossible that someone's taken up here.
Or they could be zombies.
Well, that settles it. I'll disable PAL now.
Don't you dare. We might need him.
There could be
Ooh,
zombies.
more buttons.
You really are unburdened by intellect, aren't you?
What's the pattern here?
It's the Latin zes.
Huh?
Right, slower processors. You might call it a backwards Z or Z. And you'll need to make it the full width and height of the panel. Just having PAL running in the background is making us all a little stupider. If we did switch PAL off, I could always switch him back if we need to burn something.
There.
The achievement's called Clever Girl. Solved a security door with no mistakes.
I've been thinking about why anyone would want Grace to be shut down. And I wonder if there could have been a flaw in her base programming.
Could
Like
be.
what?
Control and empathy programming divert valuable processing power away from cognitive ability.
Which way am I going?
The big colorful doors. As I was saying, empathy interferes with practical decision-making. Control is a 4-year-old.
You are a 4-year-old.
Please stop. It says Keeper Rosaline.
She looks like a keeper.
She's pretty.
What do you suppose a keeper is?
It must have been a revered title if a statue was made for her.
Huh. Spire caretaker, maybe.
The settlement is through the large doors behind you.
Alright. I was just checking out what that was.
The key to restoring Grace may be about understanding her potential flaws.
Are you going to tell me the pattern?
You think we're flaws?
Having a few flaws is perfectly alright.
Logic sounds jealous to me.
Jealous? Of what? You can't even open doors without me.
Where are you going with this?
We'll talk again once you can tell me whoever it is. Figure that out, and I'll grant you access to the main elevator.
Grant me access? Logic. Seriously?
She has no way to do things without your help. It must be frustrating for her.
Could we create another hybrid? Logic and empathy?
Yeah. Like how you made me. I could give it a try.
Stop, stop, stop. You'll burn the place down. I will run a logic and empathy configuration as long as you promise never to allow PAL here to do any reconfiguring of our processing.
Deal.
I don't think that smart lady likes me very much.
Hello,
Yeah,
Adie.
that she does.
Where do you want to start?
Can we start with the security door to the settlement elevator?
They are encrypted. It would take me days to work out the pattern.
Is there any other way into the settlement?
There is a room off to the side that does not have an encrypted entry. Perhaps we'll find something helpful there.
Why she all of a sudden become Indian?
So you can open these ones?
They have simple passcodes. I can retrieve and play back for you. You will need to enter the sequence manually.
Pretty simple enough.
This looks like another control room. Do you know what this is?
It appears to be some sort of interface from which humans can track activity within the spire. Elements of the interface are missing. I'm not sure I can access it.
I think my comm device can be calibrated to connect.
Of course, yes. Let's give that a try.
These are databanks?
Yes, they contain flight records to and from the spire.
Anything interesting about the records?
The bookings seem to be coming from internal servers, meaning the trip planning and coordination is all done here.
Where are people traveling from?
Everywhere. Destinations seem very evenly distributed throughout the solar system.
Looks like the image from the spire entrance. This must be the spire structure. It must be in this section here. Can you tell me where Grace's processors are located?
You would need to access the console.
Oh, that's what we're gonna do now.
More missing equipment.
This looks carefully removed.
Ooh. So someone's robbed it.
There are records here of people who have occupied the rooms over the years. You got it.
Do we know the spire's capacity?
50 units. There are millions of names here.
Millions.
There it is.
Champion.
A million people cycled through here. No one could have lived here that long.
A few weeks at most, by my estimates. Okay, I found record of an Everett who stayed on the 3rd floor. Unlike other visitors, there is no record of him leaving the spire.
So, Everett was a worker, or a colonist who lived here. Is that enough for you, Logic?
Hardly. It does nothing to explain why Grace would be calling to him.
You and yes, let's find
So
out
I'll
who he
need to
was.
find a way up to the 3rd floor.
Perhaps we can find one on the spire map.
So look on the map.
Right. What are we looking for?
Grace processors are located at the top of the structure, as might be expected. There is also a massive radio beacon.
The beacon is the key, Adie. You must go now to activate the beacon to call the masses back to the spire.
Just a few minutes ago, you wanted me to leave on my ship.
The beacon is the answer. It has always been the answer.
Okay.
Okay. Can you get me to the beacon then? Control?
Control will not be able to override security.
Then we need to learn more about Everett.
Here's the room where Everett once stayed.
Ooh, maybe we can see it from the balcony.
Possibly, but I don't see a viable route to get there.
Oops. Oh, there it is there.
I can see apartments.
Those are on level 2.
Well, if we can get to that balcony, maybe we can find a way to level 3.
Can we squeeze through here?
I can
Or
climb this.
climb the
I
trellis.
suppose.
I don't see many other options.
Hopefully we're able to get up there. Oh god, do not tell me I've got to walk across that and balance.
It's pretty much a straight shot across. Looks sturdy enough.
Even in low G, a fall could result in an injury.
I've already fallen a few times from this height.
And if we fall right off there.
Careful, Adie. If you broke a leg, how would you get back to your ship?
You sound like my mom. Whoa.
Adie! Adie! Are you okay?
I'm fine, but you can't be yelling things while I'm trying to cross.
So, you're going to try again after that? You nearly broke your neck, Adie.
Yep, you're totally my mom.
Falling's kind of fun.
Well,
It's like really short flying.
that was my fault. I kind of rushed that.
Please, be careful.
This is so cool.
Quiet, please.
Just concentrate on your breathing.
Yikes.
This is so exciting.
Breathe, Adie. Very good. Now keep walking forward.
I can't watch.
I knew you could
and
do
we're
it.
there.
You should really try running across next time.
I'm hoping there won't be a next time.
Nice
It'd
big
be
bed.
faster too.
Looks pretty empty. Maybe the rooms were for short work contracts.
2-week work contracts?
Or were people just visiting the spire? People sat or knelt here.
This was a place for meditation.
This looks like a shrine.
To honor Grace.
That looks like her symbol.
Praying to Grace. Well, here's a shower.
Some weird little lavatory.
They've changed much over the years.
Not really. I've seen weirder. I've seen ones where people sat on ceramic bowls of water.
If they pooped in the water, what did they drink?
Not toilet water. Doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells. The Demolition Man.
Check out the rooms, I guess.
Oh, I love this game.
Look for a way to the next level.
Demolition Man reference. I mean, why is there just one apartment?
I light up the pattern for you.
Another empty bedroom.
At least this one has like
I don't
blinds.
see a way up.
Sorry, yeah, there doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells. It was an achievement.
Here's the code.
Not much here either.
No signs of life. Oh, it was a trellis though.
Travel packs.
So visitors brought in their own food.
They really didn't stay for long then. It's like they were on pilgrimages. Here we go.
Let's climb up again.
We still have one level to go.
Hey, there's another beam here. I think it's a shortcut.
It is more direct, but I wouldn't advise it. You're better off finding a way through the apartments. Besides, I know how much you like to explore.
I guess if you don't want to do the beam stuff, that's okay.
Here's the code.
That one's a bit more complicated.
I don't see any signs of unrest or violence.
And they left little behind.
What's this?
What are these?
From what I can tell, they're audio recordings.
Of what, I wonder?
We would require a playback device to learn more. There may be a way to access the recording through your wrist communicator with the aid of a signal amplifier. But that would only be possible by adding an element of control to my logic processing capabilities.
So you need to create a control and logic configuration.
Like a little brother?
Well, it's the only combination left. May as well, Mom.
All right. Here we go.
And what this one's going to be like?
Hello?
Maybe he's sleeping.
So you require a tool upgrade.
It's a boy.
We were hoping you could set up my comm device to help play back recordings.
Already done. Just hold your device up to the canister.
Where did these go to?
This entire settlement is connected to a vacuum tube system. From what I can tell, they are headed in one direction, the top of the spire.
You will be able to access the recording the same way you've been connecting to other systems.
Okay.
I'll do this again then.
Hey, Grace. So I'm pretty sure I was the youngest person on the flight here, and the only Darksider, which was a bit of a surprise. My friends are still sending me halos on what to wish for, mostly stupid suggestions.
Ooh.
And my parents made me promise to not waste it on something boyfriend-related, which I agree would also be stupid. So, here it goes. I wish for the lunar terraform to be finished. We're lucky enough to be in the dome, but thousands of kids are still stuck in the tunnels, and their families don't have enough money to take Earth trips. So they've never really been in a space wider than 3 meters without a pea suit, which really sucks. So, whatever you can do to make that happen would be great.
Their wishes.
Thanks, Grace.
I'd hate to tell her, but the terraform never happened. People came here to make wishes?
For Grace to grant?
I'm unclear how she would go about granting the wishes of so many visitors.
That was a bit weird.
Here you go.
Someone tore this apart.
And took the pieces somewhere?
You're right. That's certainly interesting.
Yeah, they broke all of these.
All the rooms have these tubes. Someone's made off with the mattress?
As a souvenir, maybe.
I don't think it'd be a souvenir.
Someone's removed the keypad. I can't help but feel there's an organized effort to dismantle parts of the spire. Doesn't seem hidden enough to be sabotage. And it's too precise to be random vandalism.
What about Tomb Raiders?
I considered that. But they've left most of the valuable stuff.
Tomb Raiders.
Another way up.
Let's climb.
So, what should we call the new config?
I do not require a name.
Might make it easier if you had one.
I will let you know if a suitable name occurs to me.
I'll try to think of some too.
Okay. I mean, I'd name it myself, but...
This is level 3, Adie.
Let's look for evidence of Everett.
Let's look. How about
What's
this
the
one?
code?
Of course.
I am able to enter the codes directly if you would like.
Let her do it on her own, if she wants.
Any way of knowing if this was Everett's room?
The records only give the level. We'll just have to look around.
Someone slept in this bed. We will check out that canister in a second. Nope, nothing. Let's check. Oh, there's 2 canisters.
All right.
Hello, Grace. I've thought much about what I'd say when I got here. I know it's important for my parents that I make my wish count. So, I guess I wish for them to be proud of me. Thank you, Grace.
Oh, that's sad.
Let's try this one.
Hey, Grace. I
That was quick
really
and
don't
easy.
know why you would choose me. I guess no one really knows why they're called to the Spire, but I'm greatly honored. At my age, I thought
That's all I can recover from this one.
Sounds like Grace chose who came here.
That explains why Grace arranged all the flights to and from the spire. She was in control of it all.
Oh, I've got one. We can name him Pal Jr.
I was thinking something that sums up what he does.
I can do many things. Pretty much anything you require.
So you're a jack of all trades.
So we could call you Jack.
What do you think of that, Jack?
I will answer to Jack then. if you like.
Hey,
Here you go.
it's got a name. Boop, 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 boop.
There we go. Only Grace.
Are we allowed to draw on the windows here?
Certainly not. The people who did this were looking for trouble.
They were tracking something here. Terracycles, maybe?
They'd lost sync with Earth.
Or the spire lost power. I don't recognize these words. They look like technical or medical terms. A list of supplies, maybe.
Or a list of demands.
Could be a list of demands. I like Mum. Oh, this one's a bit more.
Mr. Mark Anthony Wong,
Bit more
and I
demanding.
was called to Grace from our station Phoenix. Not sure if anyone will hear this, but the whole tube system is shut down right now. People are not happy, and I'm getting a little scared, to be honest. I'll be locking myself in until the shuttle returns, and I'm leaving this in case something really bad happens.
So clearly,
That's a little ominous.
so clearly something's happened. Let's go back up the stairs, don't we? Yeah, we went in there. No, we didn't. What kind of bit? I looked over there before I looked over here, didn't I?
Here you go. Try again.
Damn it. So,
That's it.
got it on the second try. A bit dark in here. Nothing.
My wish? Oh, I'll tell you my wish. 10 years ago, we're on Venus at the Big Dome. Huge crowd. Olympia Mons favored 4-1, loses 5-1. 6 years ago, on Earth against South Union, loses 2-1. 2 years ago, South Union again, this time up north. I took the boys 3 months round trip. They go 90 minutes, no score. Extra time, no score. South Union takes it again in penalties. You want my wish, Gracie? The next World Cup is on Mars. I wish that Olympia faces South Union again and destroys them, like Space Me Out the Airlock humiliated. That would be a game. That's my wish. So how do I end this?
Olympia's still a crap team.
Perhaps Grace was rendered inactive by football hooligans.
Grace likely fostered sports as an alternative outlet for uncontrolled aggression. Of course people would come to her to share their passions.
I think burning this would have been the better move.
Whoa. She does not like Olympia.
Hey, the tube system is no longer accepting wishes. If anyone knows how to reach Keeper Everett, please let him know.
Keeper Everett.
It sounds like keepers were spire caretakers.
When did Everett stay on this floor?
2955.
That's 20 years before this message was recorded.
So he stayed on after his visit and became a keeper? Why was there no record of that?
I would think answers lie at the other end of these vacuum tubes.
From what I can tell, the tube system runs through the central elevator shaft.
Logic? You gonna let us in, considering we know Everett was a keeper?
But do you know what a keeper is?
We'll need access to the elevator to learn more.
Everett.
A classic paradox.
Logic.
Fine. If you're done snooping around, I will grant you access to the elevator. Or you could uncover more canisters. and learn more about the people who came here.
Reaching the beacon is the priority. You must move on.
Here you go. That's not it.
No.
Again, Adie.
Damn
Honestly, how did you ever manage to get here on your own?
Shut up.
Perfect.
It just wasn't as responsive as I wanted it to be. Oh, a couple more canisters in here. But we are going to leave the rest of it for the next video. I'll try and grab all the canisters, and then we'll go to the central elevator. If you have enjoyed this, then please like, comment, subscribe. Also, ring the notification bell so you know when more videos are coming out. And I shall see you again next time. Have a good day, have a good afternoon, have a good evening, or have a good night, and I shall see you later. Bye bye.